Carlos, what's up?
What's up? It's the What's Next podcast coming to you live, straight out of. Yeah. Now hit the button. You supposed to go to the yeah. It's the DX joint right there. You know when they say, "Fuck it." What? What's that?
Hold on. Wait a minute. Hello. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever it is, wherever you at. This is What's Next podcast, the best and the worst unscripted show you'll find around. And I am I'm in my goddamn spot, goddamn fuck around now. And BJ, okay, and BJ. I am one of the hosts, okay. Again, this shit keep kicking it off. What the fuck is going on? Got Carlos here in the building. We got Jay in the building, and we got the Ignorant Thinking podcast himself. Now, at this time, Facebook has kicked off all 4 shows at the same time, back to back, and this is the second time it happened. So I don't know what the fuck is going on. But regardless, we are live and we can't stop. There ain't no pause button for us. So how was y'all doing? I mean, I say how was y'all doing? How was y'all weekend?
There's absolutely a pause button for me. I don't know about the rest of y'all.
Since we talk about weekends, I had a wonderful weekend. Might have been the greatest sports weekend I've ever had. Let me just say.
Just going to the Super Bowl.
Who said that?
I ain't say that.
You're my guy.
He's got a friend in me.
All I said is this might have been the greatest sports weekend I've ever had.
Oh, y'all undefeated, huh?
That ain't what I'm talking about. But yes, we are undefeated.
It would have been had J.K. Dobbins ran for a touchdown. I'd have hit for $2,000, but he decided he didn't want to play.
Damn.
Yo, did y'all see the fight?
Which one?
Is any of y'all boxing fans?
Yeah,
I watched that too.
Yeah, I saw the Wilder fight.
Did you watch all the fights, or you just watch Wilder?
I watched 3 fights. I think it was 3 or 4 fights.
You watched Plant, Haney, and Wilder, right? Yeah,
and Clarissa Shields.
I missed that one. I missed her.
She fought like at 5:00 East Coast time.
She's just the GOAT, bro. Like
she is the GOAT.
She won.
She's the GOAT. Yeah, it's not even close, man.
Yeah, I missed that one, but I watched the other one.
Yeah, and then kicked the rest of them off.
Who had the best knockout? I think Plant did. Yo, Plant dropped old boy crazy.
Hey man, Plant started digging dirt on him.
Yeah.
Put him in the grave.
Yeah. He buried him.
He knocked him out, then he started digging dirt on him. I said,
and it was so fast. It was so fast. I thought he hit him with a left.
Nope. Caught him coming in. Woke right up and put him to sleep. Have a good night.
Listen. I was sitting there fucking falling asleep.
I know if I went to Brooklyn to go see that goddamn Deontay Wilder fight, I'd have been pissed off.
Listen, me and my wife was laughing about that, bro. Listen, we was up watching the fights. We had ordered some food. And we old, so we fucking sitting there. She done went to sleep by the time Deontay Wilder came on, and I'm sitting there nodding off like this. I seen it when it came on when he walked out with all that weird shit on,
Yeah, that's his thing.
and I was like, I told my wife, I said that big white boy about to beat his ass. That's a big
Not at
nigga.
all. Not at
That's
all.
a big nigga.
I don't even think
Not
he
at all.
And
Look,
I'm talking about. She went to sleep. She laughed and she was like, I think so too. He had us both convinced, and she didn't went to sleep. And I'm sitting there going like this, peeking up every like couple seconds, and then next thing you know, I'm all the way down, and all I heard was "Wow!" I said, "Oh shit!"
White boy was doing the same thing you was doing. Sleep.
Nine.
Yo. And he didn't even hit him flush though. That's what's crazy.
That's right. You think he took a fall? You think he took a fall?
Deontay Wilder, I've seen Deontay Wilder knock niggas out, not even hitting them flush. Because if he would have hit him flush, you would have saw the sweat come off his head. Like, he didn't even hit him that flush, but he just caught him.
Go lay down.
You don't take that much pressure to knock him out, bro. But he got it. But his problem is when he goes up against a boxer who has range, like Tyson Fury, he doesn't have the chin to withstand
I just think Tyson Fury has his number.
Tyson Fury's a great boxer. He was undefeated before he retired the first time. Well, he didn't really retire, but drugs got to him. But he's like 6'8", 6'9", and can box. He's not like a 6'9" brawler. Like, no, he literally will chisel you to sleep.
Well, I didn't see him back before. I caught him on a comeback, and the first fight that they had, he looked rusty. First fight when he got knocked out, he looked rusty. But the second fight, you could tell he went to go to a different trainer because he came out aggressive, and he went to that trainer in Detroit. What's that name? There's a whole family in Detroit. They got their like specialty in boxing, how they train people, and you could tell that they went to him because how aggressive that they be.
You ain't talking about Crump, is it?
What's the name? What you say?
Crump.
I think so. I know they black.
You talking about Emmanuel Stewart, the Emmanuel Stewart's family?
I think so, but I know they black. I don't know their name.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah,
the father and the son. They train.
Yeah, I think you talk about Emmanuel Stewart's son. I can't remember his son's name. But the thing with Tyson Fury is like that long ass jab. He'll just do that to you all day, and you gotta. But the thing is he's so wispy and rangy, and he's paused, and he's jerky as fuck. So he's just like you can't really hit him clean, and then when you do hit him clean, you think you got him, he gets up at you, and you're just like, oh.
I'm gonna tell you this. I know y'all gonna say hell no, but I think Andy Ruiz got a shot.
Against who? Tyson Fury?
Against Tyson
out of your
Fury.
mind. You are out of your mind.
Andy Ruiz got a shot.
Man,
for all the fat boys in America, I think Andy Ruiz got a shot.
I want him to, but he gonna roll Doughboy up. That shit is over.
Bro.
For all the fat boys in America.
I think you got your cornrows rolled too tight.
I ain't got no cornrows, too.
That makes it even worse.
All right, so I don't know what's up with Facebook right now.
Don't even worry about it, man. We on YouTube. We exploring different things. Don't even worry about it. What we talking about today?
I don't even know, to tell you the truth. I didn't even feel like it today. But show must go on. Right? Anyway, you shape, form, and look at it. So, events over the weekend. Y'all saw Kanye out there being Kanye again.
Man, listen, I watched that boy on Drink Champs, and
I ain't watching this.
It was painful. It was painful. And I feel like, in a way, I understand Kanye, but at the same time, it's like, bro, like
you understand. You understand, and you love Kanye because we love the old Kanye.
No. Hear me out. The thing is about Kanye, what he's doing, I understand. Like, it goes back to what we always say. Like, why the fuck am I gonna stand up for the black community if nobody else is? And he is literally making himself a martyr. Like,
Yeah, but
He
you
is.
ain't got to put on a White Lives Matter shirt. Nothing against white people. Let me get that out of the way. I don't have nothing against them. But you the same guy that went up there and said George Bush don't like black people. And George Bush see you with a White Lives Matter shirt on. Like, get the fuck. I know George Bush somewhere was eating chicken wings. Like, I know the fuck he ain't got a White Lives Matter shirt on. I
I
know he
don't know,
was.
man. I feel like maybe
This the same
it's
bull got a. I'm sorry. This same bull got a rap song about how his mom. Well, was it his mom? His mom and his grandpa and his uncles sat in that diner and didn't
oh yeah.
move.
At the Century, the city was arrested for the cities.
She
With
was
that
arrested
in
for
my
the
blood,
sitting.
I was
With
Right.
that
born
in
to
my
be
blood, I
different.
was born to be
Yeah,
different. Yeah.
yeah,
Go sit
yeah.
down.
That
And
was
you
never let
put
me
on a
down.
White
There we
Lives
go.
Matter shirt? Come on, man.
Yeah.
That's
What?
my only. I can't say that's my only thing. Kanye really lost me. I'm not gonna lie. Kanye really lost me when after he called himself
You
Jesus.
got the gun in your robe?
That's when he lost.
Oh,
When he called himself Jesus, that's when he lost.
Look,
go lay down.
I feel like maybe Kanye's just on the spectrum. Like,
I can't. I myself cannot accept that.
nah, you
I
can't
just
accept that
feel
as an
like
answer.
Kanye is doing shit that is uncharted territory and is making him look crazy as fuck. Like a statement that he made in that interview, he said, "If I'm running butt naked against traffic in the middle of the freeway, I'm crazy. But if it's 100 people with me, it's a marathon."
Yeah, you crazy, man.
So I mean, in a way, I just feel like shit. He's the only one right now. And people are looking at him like he weird. Not taking away
Like,
from the fact that he is saying some weird ass shit. Like, don't get me wrong, but it's just like anything that you start off doing, anything you start doing is not gonna be perfect. But once you find your groove, your niche, you're gonna be in there. Now, I'm not saying that I agree with everything he's saying, but I would like to see where he ends up 10 years from now.
and that kind of reminds me of what Dave Chappelle said. Like, you can't call people crazy because it's dismissive. It's a blanket. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like like, and then what you just said, like if you saw me running butt naked against traffic, you automatically think, okay, it's crazy. In my head, after I've done seen what I've seen and read about what I've read about and documentaries and just, I'd be like, what are you running from? You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna call you
Mhm.
crazy because now I'm just like, okay, what the fuck is chasing me? Because no sane man is gonna run butt naked against traffic unless you're running from something, right?
But right now, he's the only one, so the easiest thing. And then Charlemagne said that he don't even deserve a platform right now, which I feel like that is absolutely false.
He
The
always
worst
deserves.
thing you can do, I feel like the worst thing you can do right now to that man is isolate him.
Yeah.
Isolation with what he's trying to get off, isolation ain't gonna do nothing but make it worse. Let that man get that shit off. Let him work through it. Whatever it is he working through, let that man work through it. Like I said, in 10 years, we're gonna revisit this shit and be like,
He
see,
was telling
bro was on to something. He was on
man,
to something. We just don't know what it is yet because he's by himself.
I ain't saying that in 10 years. I'm letting you know now. 10 years ago, I was feeling like there's something wrong with Kanye. That's how I was feeling 10 years ago. Now I know something the fuck wrong with Kanye. A White Lives Matter shirt. You should be the last Waka to put on a White
but the
Lives
way he
Matter
explained
shirt.
the way he explained the White Lives Matter shirt, it made sense. But it was just like he. I wish he'd have gave an explanation first before he wore it.
No, I don't even like the way. See, again, I'm not one of them people who used to take up for Kanye a lot. But I had to realize I can't keep taking up for Kanye. Kanye gonna be Kanye, and he gonna keep doing what he want to do, and he gonna keep doing crazy shit. The shit with Trump was like, damn, like why the hell is you doing all this shit with Trump? Knowing Trump don't give a fuck about black people either.
I don't think I see in that part. I don't think that, in my opinion, and this is going to go against the grain, but I don't think it was Trump that was racist. I think it was the fact that the people who was following Trump was racist as fuck, and
She,
he fed into it.
she.
Look, man,
He didn't do nothing to prevent it. Just
there's
like,
an interview
just like,
that
just like, for instance, like y'all got your own shows, right? Y'all have y'all opinion, and y'all fans have their opinion. Can you
No,
control the opinions of your fans?
no.
no, no. But
What?
my fans ain't up with me, working with me.
My thing is that
See,
Trump.
as we on this show, and let's just say me, you, and Jay got an opinion about a certain situation, but BJ just let the shit go. You know what I mean? Like, let's just say we went on a rant and said, F the aliens. We all just F the aliens, right? And BJ just let this shit go. When the aliens come take over Earth, which I don't believe in aliens, let's get out of the way. But
I
when they
do.
come take over Earth, they're not going to sit there and say, hey, man, BJ ain't say nothing. No, BJ knew what the fuck was going on. Blast his ass, too.
So
That's all
so
I'm
then
saying.
so then so
No,
then
but
so wait a minute, Jay. I'm sorry not to cut you off, but to that point, right? To that point, back to Kanye. Well, I'm sorry, Ye is his name now. No, can't mispronounce the man's name. He's doing exactly that. We know what's going on around him and nobody's saying anything. Right or
to
wrong.
get, yeah, you're making sense. But now, as far as the whole Trump thing being racist, there's actual footage of him in an interview saying, "If I were to run for president, I would run as a Republican. They're the most easily,
Because they stupid. Republicans
yeah,
are
they're the most
stupid.
easily influenced. It's not like he did this shit just off the cuff. Like he knew this. It's the most. He said the Republicans are the most easily influenced party, and they'll back him, and they have the money to do it. So why wouldn't I do that?
They said, listen, I just got a news break. It says George Floyd's family considering legal action against Kanye West
Yeah.
for claiming Floyd's death was caused by fentanyl.
I wouldn't have
Uh-huh.
said that. Like that's crazy.
They said he didn't have his knee on his neck. He said he was praying for 8 minutes. He said when he was saying "mama," that was his girlfriend name. He was calling his girl. Kanye just went off. Kanye just.
And that's why I said,
Listen,
you gotta,
and that's why I
you
said
gotta
I don't
stop,
agree with
you gotta
everything
stop
he's saying.
listening. You
I
gotta
don't
Yeah.
stop.
agree.
At first, I was one of the people who used to be like, no, Kanye ain't do that. I used to take up for Kanye a lot. But after a while, I sat back, I was like, hold up, man. I can't keep taking up for Bull like this. Bull making his own stupid ass decision. And a lot of
Absolutely.
people,
I'm
and a
not
lot of
I'm
people sit
not
there and say, since his mom passed away, he been tripping.
No, it was way after that. It was way after that.
I say since he called himself Jesus, he been tripping.
No, I think it's when
Still make good music though. I
all that
still listen to
happened
his music.
with Kim. Once him and Kim started having issues, that's when all the shit started.
No, man, and that's
it
another
was
thing.
before that. It was legit before that. When that nigga ran when the nigga ran on stage and told Taylor Swift shut the fuck up, that was the beginning.
That's not what he said. Sir.
He wasn't. I
But,
mean, he
but
wasn't
after that,
lying, no, but he
even though
wasn't.
even though after
Again,
that I
it's
started listening to
crazy.
Taylor Swift
He
more than
wasn't lying though. He didn't lie. You know what I'm saying? So
I feel like I said, I just feel like he's working through some shit. And as he's working through everything, he doesn't have a filter.
At all.
no, he doesn't.
So even
can
what
you put
he's
yourself
working
on
through
the
is
screen?
gonna come out. What he's working through is gonna come out rough, rugged, and wrong.
Do I hit the
And
remove button?
Hit him for what?
There's shit on my screen.
What's on your screen?
You want me to say it while we on the show?
I don't know what you see.
I see
take a
right here.
picture of
We
it and
have
send it to him. Take a picture of it and send it to him.
All right, go ahead. Let's go on with the show. I'll do that.
Fuck wrong with this guy?
No, I was just saying, like, you know what I'm saying? When a motherfucker going through something, like, whatever it may be, the shit that you gonna say is not gonna come out the right way at all.
And also, if you're talking to people who already have their mind made up about you, there's nothing you can say that's going to change
Facts.
Damn
them.
sure right.
Facts. Fact. Media can absolutely influence the opinion of a person.
Yeah.
Quickness.
And that's
Especially
why I
So,
said,
keep
and
hearing
that's
the
why I
same
said,
shit over and over and over and over. You start wondering,
I mean, but shit,
you
if
gotta
they keep
spread
showing you, if
things.
they keep showing you, if they keep showing you the same shit over and over and over again, you see what I'm saying? Like they not showing everything. They only picking and choosing what to show you.
What button you hit though? Remove?
No, just don't push nothing. Just click anywhere in the open space.
Oh, all right. All right. We
Yeah, I
good.
did that shit like 7 times. All right, so I found this video.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
You ain't get the video I sent you?
what the fuck you sent me?
Whoa, pause, sir.
The- yeah, that was gay. All right, you right.
Told you, there is a pause button in my life. I don't know about
Come out
y'all.
now.
All right, you ready? I don't
The
know.
Walmart fight. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh shit, I done seen like 3 Walmart fights this weekend. I don't know. Hold on.
Come out now with kind of like get these stories out.
Because it's like I'm tired of suffering in silence. You know, like now I got a message from him like right before Thanksgiving.
Okay.
He was like saying, you know, I'm over in my child support and I'm done with my financial obligations. So he was paying less than $3,500, paying $114 over on his child support. So now he's like, I'm done. So now I feel like my son and I are right back in the beginning when we started off, like, homeless. Where are we gonna live? How am I gonna get my son through high school and through college and trying to figure out how to support him, you know, still be the mom and, you know, figure it all out with no roof possibly.
What do you want to see from Quake? Like, what is your, like, if he's watching this, what are you
Right.
trying to communicate to him?
Well, I would hope that he would continue to be the dad that he's been. I would hope that he wouldn't just leave his son out there homeless. And I would hope that he would continue to be a good father to our son.
Work you don't eat. Right. If you have a young lady, which she is, and you know that if I mess around and get sick, I will not make money to pay her. So my thing is, let me put some extra to it so I build up some working capital. So in case I get sick, I have payments I already paid. Thanks to the good Lord, I never got sick. So those 15 years of extra payments accumulated to 6 months early of me paying. So I say a joke. My son is 17, but in child support years, he's 18. Right. So if women want a man to pay the arrears for the money she didn't get, then if you've been paid overages, you can't keep that too. You can't have it both ways. And if you spend it, and because you spend it, now it results in you not able to sustain your standard of living, how it is it my fault?
Well, I'm gonna have to say I agree with him because in court,
I got
that's all they
last.
gonna
I
say.
got last.
That's
Damn,
all
one
they
that
gonna
last.
say
But
in
okay.
court. And only other thing I can say is, if you can't support our son, give him to me until you get yourself back together. Straight like that. That's all I got to. There might be a lot of women mad at me about that, but that's all I got to say. I can hear a woman now. He shouldn't have paid no overages. He should just pay regular. He tried to cheat the system. No, he tried to make sure that he had enough money to pay his child support every year. The fuck? It's 18 years of child support. That's what it is.
And he was
However you
thinking
want to pay it,
ahead.
like you
And
pay
he
it.
was thinking ahead enough to say, okay, I may get sick later on where I can't pay, so let me just go on and give you this shit up front.
Oh shit, that must be live. Go ahead.
So my thing is,
Oh wait, I wasn't done. I want
I apologize. Go ahead.
because I know you want last. So let me.
Go ahead. Go ahead. You good?
First off, there are two things that are alarming about that video with her. First things first is with that money, right? If you're not financially responsible enough to be able to handle that extra money that's coming in outside of you working, or is it that you were just solely depending upon that money and you just didn't plan on doing anything? But either way, you're not financially responsible. Like it, either way you look at it. So when it comes down to it, it's like, okay, well, if that's the case, I would never leave my son homeless. Just send him to me because apparently you're not doing something right.
That's it.
So here's what we're going to do. You're going to send him to me. You're going to get yourself together, and then we'll meet back at the table and we'll talk. But
Then
like, I don't know,
Okay.
bro. But go ahead, Carlos. It's only
Carlos Walk. Um, me, I understand what she means, but I don't get what she's saying. If that makes sense. Like, yeah, you want your money to come steady. I guess you was counting on that, but you got all that shit at one time. So now what? Now what? Got it. You got it, right?
yeah, it's in your account. Like the check cleared. What the fuck?
Yeah. All right, Carlos.
If I was on child support and I paid my child support early, I don't give a fuck about your bills. Um, for one, my son will never be homeless. Bitch, you might be homeless, but my son will never be homeless.
Calm down, Kill.
We'll visit you at the shelter. Have a good one.
Um, my child support was to pay his portion, not his portion and yours. I don't have to pay alimony. That's what alimony is for. That's the difference between alimony and child support. I am supporting my child. And as the good brother Dennis stated, if you can't take care of the child, then why do you have custody of the child? I can see if he didn't pay his child support. I can see if he was an ain't shit person and didn't do what he was supposed to do. Did he go above and beyond? I don't think he went above and beyond.
He did what
But
he was legally obligated to do.
he did his legal obligation. Now, morally, like I said, my son will never be homeless. My son always has somewhere to live. You don't. And if my son don't want to stay here because you can't stay here, then he's 18. He can make his own decision.
17.
Oh, he's
18.
18 in child support.
He's 18 in child support years.
He's 18 in child support.
Listen, matter of fact, if you want to go to college, I'll pay your full ride to college. You can live in a dorm. Now, if you want your mama to come live with you in the dorm, that's your decision.
That's your decision.
I don't think it's his decision. I think it's the college decision, but okay.
Work it out.
Whatever y'all gonna do it, do what you do. But at the end of the day, that $3,500 that you saying ain't shit now was cool for them 17 years. I ain't seen you doing no interviews for them 17 years. It wasn't until you realized, damn, it's the year 17 and I ain't got no more money. I need to do a video about this. This ain't right. Oh, now it's not right. Now it's not right.
What y'all think about 50 Cent offering him his monthly child support check to have time with him?
Yeah, as long as he ain't on no punch shit, he probably been on some punch shit the whole time.
That's a different, I guess.
Even though as a father, and I'm not saying that 50 Cent's a bad father. It's not what I'm saying. But as a father, as a parent to a child, not even gonna say father, as a parent to a child, you need to get a hold of your child as a parent to a child. That's what I'm gonna say. So I don't even think it's about the money or anything. I'm pretty sure 50 Cent will spend some time with him, but I think he just didn't want to go through the BS with his mother. That's the
I feel
benefit
like
of the doubt that I'm giving him.
at this point, right, it comes down to he's old enough to have this conversation with you as a father. Because there have been plenty of fathers that I know that were considered ain't shit, but it wasn't really that. It was the baby mother made it hell for them to be in that life. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
Be in that child's life.
they use the
So
baby as a crutch. They do that shit
yeah,
all
you
the
know
time.
what I'm
I
saying?
I had that
So
situation
what
happen to
they
me.
so what they did was they paid their child support, but they just left the situation alone. And like when you hear that, you think, oh yeah, you ain't shit, so on and so. But it's just like, yo, at what point does my mental well being come into place? Because if I'm not mentally competent, or if I'm going through something mentally, I can't even take care of our child in general. You know what I'm
I
saying?
had
Like
a
there was a
I
point.
had I had a
Hold on, let me hold.
conversation.
Let me finish this. Hold on.
My bad. Go ahead.
So when that comes down to it, it's like think about it this way: you got a child with a female, right? Y'all, she done took the child support, all this. Now every time you go to pick up your kid, you got to damn near fight her new boyfriend. You want to keep coming around, like you know what I'm saying? Because at what point is either I'm going to go to jail or he's going to like is something's going to happen. So there have been fathers where I hold on. There have been fathers where I know that were like, you know what, I'm gonna bounce on the situation, and then 10 years later, they were able to have that conversation with that child. Like, look, this is what it was. I paid my child support for you, but this is what happened, so on and so forth. So when you look at it like that, and it's one thing that I've always seen when a child that's like at the teenage age, they okay, I want to go look for my dad. When the mother automatically goes, "What you looking for him for?" She lied about something. she because she doesn't want you to get the other side of the story, and vice versa. It can be the same thing. Like if your dad take care of mommy, like it just goes both ways. But I don't know, man. If you're not in the space mentally, or you have to go through the trials and tribulations of the bullshit that can affect you legally, or the kind that can affect your salary and shit like that, like that's what do you do in that situation?
So I'm all about protecting your mental health, but your kid didn't ask to be here.
It's facts.
So you gotta suck that shit up and make that shit work. It ain't no, I ain't gonna deal with this shit I deal with in 10 years. Nah, I don't know how to deal with shit like that. Like I done cut
It's
people
facts.
off because they stopped taking care of their kids. Like people I was cool with for a long time, and their father left them. So then you have a kid and you leave your type of dumbass cycle are we repeating here? You know what I mean? Like, and
They can't see that.
me and my child's mother, we didn't get along at first, and it was what it was. Um, Now we can sit down and have a conversation. I'd be like, get your ugly ass fuck away from me.
Hey,
You
Carlos, what's that
said,
around your neck, bro?
oh, it's a necklace. It's my new chain.
You're a liar, sir. But
Um,
okay.
um. You said go where and fight who for my child? What?
Like, look, all right, if you say you have a great job, right?
I
Say
do.
you work for the government. Well, say something like you work for the government or something. Something
Hmm.
that if you go to jail, you're gonna lose it.
Right.
And you have to constantly show up to pick up your child from a volatile situation.
Hmm.
Are you still gonna be like
No, no, because what you have to do, like, it comes a point in time, like when you become an adult, you have to play by the rules. And if you already playing by the rules, I'm paying my child support. I'm doing everything I'm contract. I don't know how to say the word contractually obligated to do.
mhm,
Then why am I not able to get access to my child? See, when you playing them court games, you got to play them all the way. You can't cheat. Ain't no cheating in that court game shit. So if I'm already in the courts with the child support, all my shit current, I'm doing everything. I got a job, everything is on point. Then shit ain't nothing nobody can say to me. So I don't have to resort to the bullshit. I can just go to the court like, hey, this is what's going on. I'm snitching. Listen, every time something happened, I'm snitching because you best believe every time something happened, she's snitching. This is why his ex-wife is on TV talking about she gonna be homeless because she don't get child support no more. Why are you gonna be homeless because you don't get child support?
Because you was banking on only that money. That's why.
No, ma'am. That's not what child support is for.
Let me explain all of it. Hold on. Because we didn't hear from her when he didn't have a Netflix special.
Facts.
You understand? He's been around for a while, but this Netflix special money is different type of money, and she wants some of it.
Yes.
Well, then too, Netflix will cancel your motherfucking contract for bullshit like that. I'm pretty sure that shit is written in the contract. I forget. I don't know what it's called offhand, but like a morality clause.
His contract ain't get suspended for no damn child support. He paid it.
No, I'm saying, but when you get in a controversy and shit like that, some contracts do have those morality clauses into them like that.
Ain't no controversy. I fired like that one time, Dennis, because somebody kept sending reports saying that I was on the line serving food with my phone. My phone dropped in the pan of chicken. I pulled it out and kept talking. They said the line was long. 30 people in line, right? I called my girlfriend up to the front, made her food, told everybody that dumbass gonna have to wait, made her food and shit. So the shit kept coming through. They said they know it's bullshit, but the fact of the matter is the shit keep coming through. They said if another one comes through, they're gonna have to let me go. Go ahead, trace that IP address. Name come back to her fucking best friend. What the fuck? So I called her. She was like, I don't even use that email address no more. She's like, the last person to use that was such and such. So I said,
look at the links.
Hey, yo, somebody
people are willing to go through
messages. My job is to track the IP address. Ain't having problems since.
Yo, look how far they had to stretch that to. Like, jeez. Like, is it that serious?
So the corporate corporate was in California, and all they keep getting is complaints and whatnot. So all they is like is what the fuck is going on over there? So one phone call to another phone call to another phone call, and it's like, yo, listen, I don't know what's up with y'all. I don't know what y'all doing over there, but this shit right there ain't about to keep happening.
Listen, all I know is I don't disagree with child support, but I do disagree with what happens with child support. I don't understand why. I just don't understand why, if you need child support, you should have custody.
So the fact of the matter is, a lot of people don't understand how the system works. A lot of people don't understand, and it's just what we know and what we see, and that must be what it is.
Mm-hmm.
If Carlson and Jade have a baby, whoever the fuck Jade is, Carlson and Jade have a baby. Whoever go to child support first, that's what it is. That and it's just that plain and simple. Most of the time, the men ain't gonna go down there. And due to the custody process and all that shit like that, like y'all got to sit down and talk with other people and see how y'all can make it work first. They gonna give y'all opportunity for y'all to work it out. Then you can't work it out, then they gonna give it to the next person, and they gonna look at the notes and be like, okay, this is bullshit. Well, she got a point. Oh, this is bullshit. Oh, okay, all right, cool. So let's just go ahead and do this, and they gonna make a decision for you because y'all couldn't sit down as two fucking civilized adults and work it out.
And furthermore, if I'm paying child support, I'm gonna let you know off rip. I'm going, if I have to come over there and deal with whatever young man that you may be intertwined with, I'm wearing my necklace.
It's a hell of a
What
necklace,
is that
sir.
Well,
necklace? Let me see the
again,
necklace.
It's not a necklace.
It's
Is
a
it bigger?
necklace.
It's
You
not
see
a
it?
necklace. It's a
It's a
hell of a
necklace.
pendant. It's a hell of a pendant on it, but I know that. It's not a necklace,
so
sir.
again, they have locations where y'all could meet up, exchange the kid safely in front of the police, the sheriff, or whatever it is. They have that.
Good thing. I live in a state where necklaces are allowed in public.
It's fucking guy.
I mean, I don't know. Like hindsight is 2020. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like if anybody have a problem with custody of a child and you're currently not on child support, put yourself on child support. Period. I don't give a fuck how crazy that shit sounds because it sounded crazy to me. But put yourself on child support. So
Yeah,
in case anything happens, in case
my dad told me
anything
that.
happens,
My dad told me that, and I looked at him and I was like,
why the fuck would I do that?
yeah. I'm like, man, my relationship is good over here. And
Yep.
exactly 2 years later, my ass was in child support.
Yep.
And he was like, if you'd have went early, you'd have been paying something like $50 a week.
Facts.
Yeah, if I slip up and get
So
another girl pregnant,
I've got a funny child support story.
you went to child support?
Oh, me no. But I've got a
Oh,
funny child support story. So a friend of mine, I'm not going to say his name. A friend of mine ended up having a kid with a certain somebody, and at that
I'll
point,
say.
he was working at McDonald's. Right? This thing like 8, 9 years ago. He's a firefighter now, but he still works part time at McDonald's. And I'm like, why do you still work part time at McDonald's?
that's
He's
what
like,
child support
because
is.
that's the job that child support has, and as long as he works there, they can only take out of that paycheck, and they can only base the child support off that paycheck.
Yeah.
So this nigga's making 6 figures on the other side, but like, and to be even more petty, he comes and picks him up. Comes and picks up his kid in his McDonald's uniform every week.
Yo, my man.
Who said that shit? He said, no
My
matter what
man.
happened, don't tell your mama where I live at.
That's crazy.
I mean, it makes sense.
That's how scandalous them girls because let them know you got another job. They're going right back down the court. I need an increase.
So
But it
now,
can't.
so now in the state of Maryland, like everything is connected. Like you get a job, it's going to flag in the system. So
Yeah, but
now,
they can't take out of 2 jobs.
yeah, they can't.
Yeah, that's so they go based off the first initial job that you had, the first
Listen,
backdating job,
the
which
funniest
was
shit
McDonald's.
the funniest shit I ever heard was a while back. A friend of my wife's had a baby. And the dude that she was trying to put on child support ended up not being that child's father. But at the
As
time
usual.
at the time, she told him, she said, I'm going to go to child support. He said, I'm going to just quit my job. She said, it don't matter. It's still going to be on you. He said, well, shit, get in line, bitch.
So
So wait a minute. How did he find out that the child wasn't him?
Later down the line, it was determined that the lie detector determined that was a lie.
That's
Damn,
crazy.
I really want to know what happened. Did
He
they find out a
dude,
child support court or did they find out somewhere else?
they found out somewhere else. They had did their own. He did his own little investigation.
Sis,
But
so
they got to pay him
now
back.
the police come
what,
out and do swabs now.
what's
Yeah.
crazy though? What's even crazier than that? He stole her car when he was leaving.
I ain't mad at him.
Wow.
Motherfuckers. Y'all be wondering why Maury Povich is still on
Listen,
TV after all these years. Ricky
listen.
Lake is gone. Montel Jordan is gone. Lil Williams is gone. All right. Maury Povich is still there. The damn Steve Harvey just came around. His ass is gone. All right. Maury Povich is still on TV after all these years. Same time, too. And y'all be wondering why. Jerry Springer barely comes.
Jerry Springer, a whole judge now.
Right. But Maury Povich still got the same. He's got the same fucking envelope. Envelope ain't changed shit. The same crying ass couch in the back. They ain't changed shit on Maury Povich show.
The funniest shit I ever seen is when somebody said that bitch ran so far backstage she almost ended up on Wheel of Fortune. But I mean, my thing is this though. Like, I would never go on no show like that because I don't want to embarrass nobody like that. Like them dudes, they be all up there celebrating, doing backflips and all in them bitches. I told you, you shut the fuck up. You a bitch anyway.
Sir.
Like I don't agree with that shit. Like just that pure coonage. Like that's all it is.
Out of every Maury Povich episode I've seen, there's only been one time where the lady acted like a lady. She's like, really, like, you are the father? She said, thank you. Can I have a copy of that? Cool, just walk right off stage. I'm like, oh. That's the only time I've seen that.
The craziest episode I've ever seen on Maury Povich was the little girl that was like 12 years old and had a baby. And it was like 6 different young bulls that came up there. And she didn't know which one was the father. Yeah, 12.
And none of them was the father.
But they all was the young bulls wasn't up there acting all stupid or nothing. They was just up there just waiting to see who's the father.
Because they was like, got that talk with their mother, like, you better not get up on here and act crazy.
No, they did. They was all cool. Like it wasn't even one of them shows where it was like, yeah, I knew that bitch wasn't mine up. None of that. Like they was all cool.
I don't like this dude face.
I know this is about to be ridiculous. I already know this is about to be stupid. This is coming from White Kill Cyrus.
Y'all keep using that Drake shit, huh? Drake don't fuck with me either. Me and Drake don't talk. Me and the baby don't talk. Nobody in the industry fucks with Osiris. Nobody, so don't keep using that shit with me. Like, you can't keep using that. Like, stop. Like, we don't fuck with nobody. We don't talk. The baby don't fuck with me no more. Drake don't fuck with me no more. Fucking nobody fucks with Osiris. So why the fuck I keep living? I just tell y'all, like, y'all not getting it. Like, so you tell me why should I keep living? I don't get it. Like, why y'all saying like y'all would tell me all type of shit, but I'm giving y'all explanations like why I should keep living.
Wait, pause. Is he saying why should I keep living?
Yes. So, as you know,
he trying to kill himself because Drake ain't fucking with him?
No. So the story behind it is they said he's crying because his friends are fake. He can't see his kids. He just got robbed. He haven't made any money from his music. The internet roast him every move he makes. His baby mother keep telling him that nobody fuck with him. He broke. His music is trash, and he should just give up this shit. And he's in massive debt. So I guess when that shit started,
all that shit crashed on him at the same time. Okay.
And you ever had a leak in your ceiling, and that motherfucker just keep pulling down, and then the whole world just bam on top of you and shit. Like you go through one thing and you trying to make this shit work, and then something else pop up, and then you trying to fix both issues at the same time. I got it, and then boom.
And you know what?
Yo, that shit ass.
And you know what? And I hate to say that one person's issue is bigger than the other, but all his issues is probably way bigger than anything any of us has ever even experienced. Like we've all been in debt. We've all had people, you know what I'm saying, hating on us, tricking us out of position and shit like that. But one thing I can say, bro, is at the level that he is at, like, I feel sorry for that, bro. Like,
that's just multiplied by a lot.
Dangerous place right now.
It's in the public. It's public opinion at this point. You know what I'm saying? And that shit is deep. That shit is deep. And I apologize for anything I ever said bad about, bro. Like I didn't know that shit was that deep. I hope he
anytime
worked
I
through it,
see,
man.
anytime I see YK Osiris, it's always him being enjoying himself. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say I can tell this about to be some silly shit because it's YK, like because it's him having fun. You know what I'm saying? But I
But
didn't know behind all that was that, and that's how it usually is too, which is crazy.
people, in the year 2022, you would think that people wouldn't still be walking around with their fronts up.
You have to now.
I don't, but
Everything's
see,
instantly accessible. Like
and
you are a 24/7 show, and everybody can watch you,
Hey,
especially as a celebrity.
But
You
you
are a
don't have to be.
24-hour.
and Dennis, you right.
You
Like for
can't.
me,
You can't. You
I don't
can't
see
help
that,
it.
bro. I
If
don't
you
see
go
that.
outside, if you go, yeah, you. But if you're a celebrity, if you go outside, you already have a camera in your face. I don't care if you're a D-list celebrity. You have some sort of eye on you.
I'd be like Boosie, bro. If I was a celebrity, I'd be like Boosie. Like I ain't faking shit. Listen, no, I'd be too real for TV, bro. Like honestly, because people gotta know, like, just because every time you see me, I'm smiling. Every time you see me, I'm hopping in and out of something new. I got on jewelry. I'm doing this. I'm with this part. I'm doing, nigga. That don't mean I'm happy. There's some other shit, some demons I gotta fight by myself when the motherfucking cameras and the lights go off. Because when all that shit cease to exist, I gotta still be me.
It's funny. I had read something that said, "Your brain is the only thing you can't turn off."
hmm.
Facts.
You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? So like, know what I've gone through as a kid in certain situations, and I don't want to make this about me because it's not, but I could only go by what I know. So there are certain demons that I still haven't exercised. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Because
Facts.
and I know it'll never leave. It'll never leave. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I can only imagine. Like, all right, I know what it's like to be 10 grand in debt. I don't know what it's like to be $1 million in debt.
Boy, that's deep.
You know what I'm saying? I know what it's like to
But
lose.
but see, me not to cut you off, but real quick, like,
dollars with interest, because that's a different level.
but wait
Yeah, that's
though,
a
but wait
different
though, like
level.
my thing is, I don't know, like the shit I've been through has always taught me to figure it out. And
Yeah, that's
goddamn it,
facts.
if I'm $1 million, I don't give a fuck, nigga. I can be $50,000 in debt. If I don't see myself getting out of that shit, I'm filing bankrupt. Listen, I ain't got it. I don't know what you
He
gonna
said
do,
MC
but
Hammer,
I ain't got
baby.
it.
Sir,
MC Hammer, baby.
I
sir.
don't know what
Nah,
to tell
well,
you.
like
I don't know what to
there are
tell you.
certain
I ain't
things.
got it.
There are also certain things like that happened in my childhood that I'm constantly reminded of. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? So like,
For me, being broke is definitely top three.
yeah, and that's another thing. Being broke, like, it's not even the fact of being broke. Like, is this? I was always taught to survive. But the thing
Hmm.
was, is the people who I was learning the survival tactics from were surviving a different way, and
Yep.
it's not really honorable. You know what I'm saying? Like my family has it. We laugh at it, but we always say like we always get by hook or by crook. Most of the time, it's by crook, and that's a bad mind state to have. Like the shit I've seen growing up, bro. It's like I can only imagine what this kid is going through. Like to have millions of dollars and you have your children and you think you're happy and all of this shit just gets snatched away and it's like now you're the laughing stock. And now you can't call nobody. Now you have no friends. Nobody messes with you. So you can't even call nobody to talk. Now you got this one big ass house and it's empty. It's just you. And alcohol or drugs. You know what I'm saying? Like
But that's why I say, like, for me, you'll never catch me with my fronts up. Shit is not as good as it looks over here. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It's way better than it used to be, but it ain't as good as, you know what I'm saying, it might look. When motherfuckers have told me before, like, it must be nice. You know what I tell them every time? It look good, don't it? It look good, but this shit ain't as sweet as it seems. It's never as sweet as it seems, bro.
Never. Because everybody's willing. Because everybody only sees the highlight tape.
Everybody always wants to celebrate the accomplishments and not
And,
celebrate the hard work.
And also, everybody also wants to compare too. Comparison is the ultimate killer of happiness, bro.
Facts.
Because it's like I'm happy, but then I see somebody else like killing it. I'm like, damn, maybe I need to work a little harder. Or maybe what am I not doing? How is he doing? Like when I would just be happy with what I've accomplished.
Because they don't appreciate shit.
That's not true. That's I'm gonna tell you now. No, I'm gonna tell you how easy it is.
I'm gonna tell you why. When you appreciate, like say you okay, I'm gonna tell you like for some people it may be a small step for some people, but for you it was big.
Sir,
you know what I mean?
1 second. So, DeAndre Hunter signed a 4-year, $95 million deal with the Hawks. Just wanted to get out of the way. samzSportz exclusive. But go ahead, I'm sorry.
Yeah, like maybe okay, like you know, you've been battling child support all this time. You finally got your shit together, and now you ain't got your passport. You know what I mean? So you put it on social media, the picture. You know what I mean? You excited. You're happy about that. Meanwhile, somebody else see your shit and put up, I'm on my third passport. Now your shit went away because you just not appreciated what the fuck you went through. But see, if you actually appreciate what you went through, you'll be like, yo, you know what? I'll get there one day, but right now, I'm glad I got it.
This is where I'm at.
Now, I'm gonna tell you the other. But I'm gonna tell you the other side to that. You saw how you just said, yo, I got my passport because I just beat child support. There's that other person that's just like, fuck, I'm still going through the child support shit. I don't see the end of it. Like, I wanna go. You know what I'm saying?
Right, but they didn't get to that point of happiness yet. That's why.
Exactly. I mean, apparently, but at the end of the day, no matter what, you can't help but to compare because, like, I be happy for my niggas. Like everybody I hang with, I'll go take to the door. I will be the first person to celebrate them. You know what I'm saying? But that shit took me a while to do. That shit took me a while to be like, yo, I'm super amped for you, so on and so forth. Because it was like, damn, like now I feel like I gotta catch up, and I had to like tell myself like I'm my own person. Like there's certain shit that I can and can't do. Certain shit that the other person, there's certain gifts that other people have that I don't have. There's certain gifts that I have that other people don't have. Right. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm not mad because I know I'm in my lane and I'm hustling my way.
Facts.
And a lot of people be like, yo, I see you doing your podcast thing, and then I'll see somebody go get a government job, they making $150,000 a year. I'm not hating on them. I'm actually excited for them.
Listen, because
if they're there, that means that'll open up the doors for other people. That's what I look at. That's another connection somewhere else. I'm happy for you. Keep doing your thing. I don't want to see nobody I know out there committing suicide or upset like, yo, life wasn't good to me. You know what I mean? Sort of like when you watch The Pivot and we seen Michael Beasley, how he was just upset at the way things was going on with his life.
And I felt him on that.
I felt him a lot on that. And I was like, damn, we really need to start celebrating and helping our own motherfucking people that we grew up with. Not saying black people, there's motherfuckers that you grew up with or that you know. Now, some of them on some slimy shit. I ain't gonna, there's some slimy motherfuckers out there. I ain't gonna sit there and say everybody. But if they doing some positive shit, I'm happy for them.
Me, myself, I'm always happy with the position that I'm in at this moment. And I'm going to tell you why. What I had to learn is to look at my life on a bigger scale. Like, a lot of people go day to day. Shit, some people go hour to hour, minute to minute.
Second to second.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to slow down. Me, myself, I had to slow myself down. And what I always say is, as long as I am in a better position right now than I was last year right now, then I'm good. If my niggas is further ahead than me, then shit, all that tell me is I got more work to do. because I want to get to where they at.
But
It's shit. It's shit that people around me do that I wish that I can do, but I understand that it takes work. They didn't just get there. They didn't. Nobody just got to where they at. Like they had to work through some shit to get there. This shit is like a Goosebumps book. You got to choose your path. You absolutely have to choose your path. And if you want to choose the jealous hater path, then shit, you gonna run into some bullshit because you're gonna be trying to skip the line.
yeah, I mean, like, but it's not like with me. It was never no jealous hater shit. It was always like, yo, fuck, how the fuck do I get here? Where he at? You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
Like I would never be like, yo, I ain't fucking with you because yo, no, that's corny. Like, but it was always to a point where it was just like, fuck, like, am I not doing enough?
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, I had to tell myself, like, and like even therapy helped. Like my therapist also told me, like, yo, you got to run your own race.
Facts.
Your race need to be the 100-meter dash. But you looking at a motherfucker who got gold at the 1,000-meter joint. You know what I mean? Like, yes,
It is not a
sports,
sprint. This shit
yes,
is a
sport.
marathon. This shit is a
Exactly.
marathon.
You can only focus on your event. You can't focus on everybody else's.
I
And
used
once
Listen,
I
I used to
learned
be like
that, once I learned that, boy, I started appreciating everything that I got
yes,
because it
sir.
was
yeah,
like,
I
dang,
used to
like,
I used to be like that as well. I see somebody else doing like, damn, how the fuck did they get that and I did? Like, how the fuck they did and I'm not? And the whole time you just sitting there, you was upset, but I was like, yo, I should be happy for them. I'm
So
not
I
worried about
used
that, dude. I
so
gotta
I
worry
used to
about
think
me doing
that
better for me.
when I used to like find out like it's a lot of people that I know. Like in my head, I got so many ideas, but everything comes with money. The people that I know that got like $5,000, $10,000, and just went stupid. Brought all tennis shoes, brought video games, gave money to all their friends, and broke in like 30 days. They done, and I'm like,
I feel attacked.
why these niggas don't never you never give money to the right people. You only give money to people who gonna waste that shit and give it right the fuck back,
I feel attacked.
sir. We know you buy tennis shoes, sir. But like you give money to people who know they're gonna give like you give money to these fucking dope fiends and shit, knowing that bitch got all that money coming right the fuck back in the fucking streets and shit. Like you give you
You know what I came up with? You know what I came up though, for real, on some real shit. The blessing that I get might be the blessing that somebody else needs.
listen. Once you stop and slow down life and you start living day by day, like that shit be so much peaceful. It's so peaceful. Now I just sit back and I might say something in my head, but I keep going. You know, we all laugh and we make jokes in our little private groups and shit like that. But end of the day, we ain't out here wishing nobody get ran over by a bus.
Oh,
Like the
hold up,
Giants.
pause real quick. I do want to say this before I lose thought. I apologize for cutting you off. But update on Jonathan. We have spoken with him and he is doing much better.
Yeah, that
My
motherfucker
God.
supposed to be sending me a fucking video saying a video. We need to see this motherfucker. He's supposed to send me a video. I talked to him the other day and shit.
I think somebody else is typing for him. I don't know what he got going on.
No, I
But
talked to him text message and shit.
yeah, the message that he did want to get out there, and it all ties into what we're talking about not right now, is don't take for granted what you have. Be appreciative of what you have right now, because at a blink of an eye you can lose it all.
That motherfucker was in an accident and he don't know who the fuck hit him. He don't know what the fuck happened.
another thing that I've also like learned to understand is I'm in the exact place I need to be right now.
Right now, exactly.
Nah, I'm not in the right place. I need to
Nah,
be. I'm
yeah,
trying to be down.
I
Because you need to
didn't
be
get
right
that place.
now, not the future.
BJ, yes you are.
Right now.
I'm trying to be down the road.
But see, that's the thing. Your story ain't over. So wherever you at right now, all it's doing is aligning you to where you're supposed to be at. Just because goddamn you want to be there don't mean that's where you're gonna end up. You might be rich adjacent. And what I mean by that is, shit, you might be best friends with a motherfucker who got all the money and all the connections you need to make your shit jump off. So what you doing right now might put you in those right circles and those right rooms to get you to where you want to be at. I know you don't like it when Carlson Tyner comes out. You only like Gordo.
I ain't want to cut you off to have to apologize and shit. You know what I mean? Shit. But before we get out of here, I did want to do this one last video so we can break this ice because it's been a little rough today. So this is a class. Okay. This is I'm sorry, what they call lab, I guess.
Pancreas. I'll be walking around. Let me know if you have any questions. So here's your liver, your gallbladder, stomach, and then that was your pancreas.
Oh,
What's that?
that's a whole kid.
Pancreas. I'll be walking around. Let me know if you
It's not funny.
A baby.
There's a baby.
Oh, she didn't know she was pregnant?
No.
Nah, so what's that?
What's that?
Look at Shorty's face.
That's not funny.
Apparently she rather be a Twinkie than a damn toaster strudel.
What? What the fuck?
All right, Dennis, get us out of here, Dennis.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all for coming out tonight. God bless. Good night.